If you have seen an AI health app that says it can diagnose you, triage your symptoms, or manage your care, I want you to ask yourself one question. Is it actually doing the clinical reasoning? Or is it just predicting the next word? Because those two things are not the same. And the difference could literally cost someone their life. I am Sujit, founder and CEO of Nyukt.AI, a deep tech AI company building clinical grade intelligence. We have spent years obsessing over one problem: why AI keeps failing in healthcare and what it actually takes to get it right. This series is where I'm going to pull back the curtain. No hype, no buzzwords, just honest thoughts about AI in healthcare. And today, I want to start with something that genuinely frustrates me: the flood of so called AI health apps that are really just chippity Gemini wrappers with a medical skin on top. Let me paint you a picture. You open an app, it asks you what are your symptoms. You type in headache, fatigue, mild chest discomfort. The app responds with a beautifully formatted response. It lists five possible conditions. It tells you to drink water and rest. Maybe see a doctor if it persists. Sounds helpful, right? Now, here's what actually happened at the back. That app took your input, sent it to a general purpose large language model, and that model predicted statistically what words typically follow the description of those symptoms. All these based on the internet. It didn't reason. It did not cross reference your age, your history, your medications, your lab values. It did not think about differential diagnosis the way a clinician would. It just generated plausible sounding text. And in most cases, that's fine. For most symptoms, the advice is the same: rest, hydrate, monitor. But there's terrifying part. It doesn't know when it's not fine. It has no mechanism to flag uncertainty the way a trained clinician does. It can't say this combination of symptoms in this age group needs urgent escalation. It's just outputs. And when that failure happens in a real patient, in a real moment, the consequences aren't a bad prediction. They are a misdiagnosis, a delayed intervention, a life. So, what is a clinical grade AI? Let me give you the three things that actually separate it from a chatbot. Number one, structured clinical reasoning and not token prediction. Clinical grade system doesn't just generate text, it follows a reasoning pathway: intake history, symptom clustering, risk stratification, differential diagnosis. It's built around medical logic, not language statistics. The output is a decision, not a description. Number two, uncertainty quantification. This is the one nobody talks about. When a doctor says, I'm not sure, let's run a test. That uncertainty is the clinical value. A chatbot has no uncertainty. It always sounds very confident. Clinical AI must know what it doesn't know and escalate accordingly. Number three, integration with care workflows. A real clinical tool doesn't sit outside the system. It integrates with how care is actually delivered: intake, trials, referral, documentation, follow ups. It's infrastructure, not an app. It doesn't give you an answer and then disappear. This is exactly what we built Chicket to do: clinical intake and care coordination, a reasoning layer that plugs into how healthcare actually works. Now you might be thinking, okay, but isn't this just matter of time? Won't this model just get better? And the honest answer is yes, partly, but also not in the ways that matter most for healthcare. General purpose LLMs are trained to be helpful across everything. Healthcare needs a model trained to be precise in one domain and trained on clinical data, structured medical records, and validated diagnostic protocols, not Reddit posts and Wikipedia. This is why we built our own in-house clinical LLM at Nyukt.AI, a purpose-built model trained on medical data with a reasoning architecture designed for clinical workflows. And on top of that, We have developed what we call Quantora, our quantum aware machine learning engine. Because we believe the future of clinical AI needs to process uncertainty and probabilistic signals at a level that classical ML simply can't reach. This isn't science fiction. This is where the field is heading. And the companies that build the right foundation now, with the right architecture, the right data, the right clinical partnerships, those are the ones that will define healthcare AI for the next decade. So, what do I want you to take away from this? Next time you see an AI health app, ask the hard questions. Is this token prediction or clinical reasoning? Does it know what it doesn't know? Does it integrate with care delivery? Or does it just produce output? If it can't answer those questions clearly, that tells you everything. If you are in healthcare and you want to see what clinical grade AI actually looks like in practice, check out Chickit AI. The link is in the description. I'm going to keep making videos like this. Real talk about AI, healthcare, and what it takes to build technology that actually changes lives. Subscribe if you want a front row seat, not just to Nyukt.AI's journey, but to the honest technical conversation about where AI in healthcare is really going. Next week, I am going to talk about something even more fundamental. What's clinical grade actually mean? And the 5 questions every hospital should ask before they deploy any AI system. See you there.